Welcome back to the Golden Ray wreck site. We're aboard the Minorcan Mullet, and what a day it was today. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. Yes, it was a pretty rough day today out at the site. We did make it out, and expecting to see a little more progress on the cutting, but what we saw was yes, more was cut, but I was kind of expecting to see some more. We didn't actually hear any cutting going on from our vantage point. Of course, the wind was howling today. It was really rough, and probably sound was not traveling as well, but I would have certainly thought if they'd been cutting, we would have been able to hear it and at least seen maybe the cutting mechanism moving or doing a little jumping vibration that we've seen in the past, but we didn't see that. It was clear that they had cut some more. You can see that right side cutting, and now we can confirm it is a chain, is in a little farther. It is cutting across what is now the top section of the ship. And we did have a comment from a viewer who said it's probably because the hull material is stronger, heavier than the rest of the ship. That very well could be the case. I'm not a naval architect. I really don't know how these ships are actually constructed, but that seems plausible to think that is going on and is the reason that what is the bottom side, the hull, the bottom side of the ship is taking longer for the cut to actually go through. That said, we can confirm that it is a chain. I don't know if it's the same chain that they started with. It looks to me like it may be a little smaller chain. Could very well be the same chain. I'm not exactly sure, but we've got some borrowed equipment. Another viewer said, take this camera and see if it'll work for you. And yeah, we were able to get in a little tighter, and we can see now that it is chain that is doing. We see both sides of the operation, how it's rigged differently from the original configuration. Use this camera, get on the backside, and believe it or not, in the entranceway there on the stern of the ship, the shots from the stern, that is a car that's hanging vertically that is visible from a couple angles. You can see that it's a car, and I know the shot's pretty far away, but we had to get across the sound to find some smooth enough water to shoot with this really high zoom camera, and it's best we could get in there to see this shot. But not only do you see the cutting chain working into the hull there, but yeah, you can see right into this area would have been where the articulating ramp would have been on the back of the car carrier to allow the unloading and loading of the roll-on cargo, whether it's cars, trucks, agricultural equipment, whatever's on there. But there is a vehicle hanging there. This is a shot that we got from the same vantage point, but with the stabilized camera, and just thought you guys might want to see what the backside of the operation is looking like. I know we've been spending a lot of time off the bow of the ship, so we maneuvered the Minorcan Mullet back across the sound again to get some smoother water. But while we were there, we said, wow, let's get some of that. And the sun was kind of setting, reflecting off the framework of the VB-10,000, and made for a nice looking shot. Still, I was thinking that they might get through this thing in short order. Maybe it is the whole material, but yeah, the progress has been a little slow. We're hoping they're able to pick up, and it could be the weather. They may not be cutting as quickly, thinking as when they get it cut, they need to get the Julie B barge in there, and I don't think that operation wants to take place with the rolling seas that we had today. I don't think that would have been very good for maneuvering a barge in through the south gate to get under the ship once it's cut. And while we're out today, you can really see the swells in this shot. But this tug is the Caitlin. Caitlin works around the site, various duties, moving barges, crane barges if it has to. It's there. Onboard firefighting equipment as well. I'll post a link to the Caitlin tug. You can read about its specs down below if you're interested. But just another one of the work boats that's out at the Golden Ray wreck site, doing due diligence and doing its time, and we're awful happy to see these boats out here, staffed by professional crews. These guys are out here. The task on mine is to get the Golden Ray out of the Sound and do it as quickly and as safely as possible. And we're glad to see these crews in here getting the job done. Now we're going to ask you once again, if you're just catching us for the first time, or maybe you've been looking through and haven't done it yet, please click the box on the bottom right-hand side and subscribe. Do us that favor. We'd love to get 1,000 subscribers so that we can go live when the ship is cut and separated. We would love to be able to do that. If you don't mind, go ahead, take the time and do it. You guys stay safe. Take care.